Hello, my beautiful friends. Gabe here from drumbeatsonline.com, and some things are seriously changing. Today, we are going to be saying goodbye to the studio that you once knew. It's actually already changed, which is why you can't see anything behind me. Actually, let me show you something terrifying. This is legitimately horrifying. So today, I thought we should say goodbye to all of the things that are leaving us. The old way the studio was, because it has completely changed behind me. Yes, it is still the same studio, but it is completely different. We are saying goodbye to the old logo. Was there even a Drum Beats Online logo? Yeah, there was, but there's a new one. And finally, there is a brand new vision for where I can be guiding you. I know that sounds a little vague, but we're gonna talk about all this stuff more next week. Now, let's say goodbye. No. Oh, frick. So, to commemorate the new studio, I thought we should go back and take a quick look at some of the other studios that I have played in throughout the course of this channel. Starting off with my very first video. Yes, that is correct. My first video was a Miley Cyrus drum cover because I had no idea what I was planning on doing with this channel. But this video I recorded in my mom's living room, which actually, it was a pretty awesome sounding room. It has really high ceilings, so the drum sounds were awesome. But this is a total pain. I didn't live at my mom's house at the time, so I had to lug my drum set over there, and I didn't own any drum mics, so I had to go then to my brother's house, borrow all of his microphones, all of his stands, set everything up, film one video, and tear it all down. It's in these earlier videos that you will see more of the Drum Beats Online logo that my brother made for me in like 5 minutes, and that I haven't changed in the past 7 years, so I'm finally excited to take in a new direction. Speaking of, throughout this video, I am gonna hide little Easter eggs of what some of the new things are gonna be, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get a quick look at what this new studio looks like at the very end of the video. But I'm not, hey, I don't know. I'm not sure. Seriously. Nah, you'll see it. Then afterwards, my next studio space, it was just space where I was making videos, was my brother's basement, where again, every time I wanted to make a video, I had to lug in my drum set, I had to set up all the mics, which none of them were mine, tear it all down. You know, you film for an hour, tear it all down, and take it back to your house, which was such a pain. Then I started filming in my furnace room in my basement. So I just put up my roommate's artwork in the background to try to create something interesting, but all around me and in front of me is just a giant furnace. And then I decided to put my drums in an even weirder spot, which was in a smaller room within that furnace room that was, I don't know, maybe 5 by 5 feet, and tried to film some lessons in there for the first time. Then after about a year or so of filming in these incredibly random areas, I started renting a house and finally had like a full guest bedroom to myself where I could film videos. And that is where I filmed for the next 3 years. First, it just started off in this white backdrop with nothing interesting in it. And then I was like, hey, I gotta spice this up. So naturally, I drilled drawers into the wall. I don't know why, but I did it. And it stayed that way for a couple of years. This is where I started really making videos consistently. They sounded really bad. My microphones were pretty bad. It wasn't a real studio space at all. It was just a bedroom. And yeah, I was just finding my way, trying to get better with each video. And you know, that stuff adds up over time. Then after 2 years of doing that, I finally bought my first house with my wife, in which I drained my entire savings account, I'm not kidding, to build the studio that we're in right now, but the old version. So we'll get into this a little bit more next week of how exactly I did this, but this house has a detached garage that I thought would be perfect for trying to build my own studio. And at the time, that basically just meant putting in insulation, some drywall, and floors, and then putting a drum set in the middle of the room, and that was my studio. And that's the part that I'm talking about, drained my entire savings account. It was arguably a bad idea. And for the past 4 years, this is where I've been making all of my videos. I've made slight adjustments over time, like introducing us to the beautiful Mona Lisa, but not a lot has changed since then. And that is what brings us to today. It is a new beginning. There's some really awesome stuff in this darkness that you will see very soon. And like I said, to commemorate, let me show you a quick few clips of some of my absolute favorite videos that I filmed in this space. So I played a headlining show at Red Rocks. What the f? Now, to be honest, this medallion doesn't really mean that much to me. I don't really see myself using it very much at all. This is what I'm working out right now. I'm gonna be grading people on groove, accuracy, creativity, and probably some other stuff. But first, let's check out what this drum beat actually sounds like. The real drum company that I signed with is Then, with slight intimidation, you sat in one of the most important chairs you can ever sit in. Picking up those sticks just felt right, like you were right where you were supposed to be. The first note you played was the very first step in an incredibly rewarding journey, and that is where the passion started. From this moment on, each time you went to practice, you were met with an excitement and joy. But even more importantly, you saw progress. You were getting better, and that only motivated you more. For months, you kept getting better and better. But then, it hit you hard. You got hit with a drumming rut. So like I said earlier, there are a lot of exciting things happening even beyond this brand new studio. Like for instance, in 4 weeks on January 11th, I'm opening doors to DBO Academy. DBO Academy is my online drum academy where I guide beginner to advanced rock drummers like you reach their goals of performing, whether that's just performing in front of your friends and family, performing live in front of an audience, performing in your own drum videos, or doing this thing full-time with a band. DBO Academy is filled with guided lessons, so you're never guessing on what you should practice, but they're all helping you reach your end goal. Plus, if you're an existing DBO Academy member already, you've seen the behind the scenes of how I've created this new studio and what it looks like right now. There are a ton of perks. These are just a few of them. So January 11th, doors will be open for 5 days. If you want to be first in line, click the link right up here to join the waitlist, and I will send you a free lesson, and you might just get some other bonuses along the way too. So before I go, I just wanted to thank all of you who have been watching my videos in this studio, in this stage of DBO Drum Beats Online. It has been a really, really fun journey so far, and I cannot wait to take it to the next level. So thank you for being on this journey with me. There are some amazing things coming, and I cannot wait to show you this brand new studio next week. So stay true, and I will see you next week.